and welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. You know, the gentleman sitting next to me, who I'll introduce in a second, he kind of has the same thought process as I do. And it's funny how we just take things in this world for granted. And we understand that sometimes it takes a village. And I don't want to get into this sad type of thing because we don't talk about negative. But I got to tell you, there's some things that you just got to do for others and pay it forward. With me is Seth from ROK WTR.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm great.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so I have a bottle here, and this is my water. See it? It's nice and clear and whatever. And I can drink this right from this bottle.
That's right.
And then, of course, it'll go down the wrong pipe. Pull off, and I'll put it back. There are people that can't even get that one sip.
That's right.
Okay, tell me about that.
Yeah, so there's about about 900 million people in the world actually that do not have access to clean water. And access is defined as the ability to walk to a water source, get water, and bring it back to their home within 30 minutes. And so all over the world, there are people who don't have access to water, let alone it being clean water. And so because of that, 80% of the illnesses that folks struggle with, especially in the developing world, places like Haiti or Guatemala, Honduras, Uganda, places like that, 80% of them and the illnesses that they face on a daily basis are all linked to the dirty water that they drink on a regular basis.
Okay. Also to lack of water? Like dehydration?
Dehydration is is a big part of that. In the research that we do and the data that we collect, we are learning that most of the folks that are responsible for not only collecting water for their families, but also the ones that are drinking that water are under the age of 5.
Wow.
And twice as likely that the person that is responsible for that are girls, are little girls. So there's a bigger repercussion to that, right? So because kids are the ones that are responsible going collecting water, and just to kind of put in perspective, like what a 30-minute walk is like, most of the time families in the developing world will actually carry their water in a bucket or a jerry can. So that the weight of that is anywhere from 25 to 40 pounds.
Wow.
So these are little kids carrying 40 pounds of water 15 to 30 minutes from the water source back to home, and that water's dirty.
In the heat.
In the heat, yeah.
Okay, so we are a spoiled world, country, and we take things for granted.
Yeah.
And we were in the green room, and I just went and flipped on the light.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I flip on the switch, and I don't have to think.
That's right.
So I turn on the faucet, the water pops out, and I know it's drinkable.
Yeah.
Okay. This makes a statement.
Right.
Okay. Because I probably won't finish that, and then I will go in the bathroom after it's warmed up and stuff, and what will I do with it?
Probably dump it out.
Right.
Refill it with your ice, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
People can't do that.
No, they can't. And like I said, there's this crazy, and it's not because we're spoiled, which we are. We're blessed, right? And so we've grown up in a world where we don't think about what it took to get the water to come from wherever the water came out my faucet, and a lot of us, it's the water is coming from our refrigerator, right? So you go to the refrigerator and the ice comes out with it and the water comes out with it, and so we just don't think about it, right?
We're spoiled. I don't care what you tell me. We're spoiled.
We're blessed. We're blessed because that's just one thing that we don't have to think about on a daily basis. But in these developing communities, these kids, their families, they do have to think about it. They do have to think about where it comes from. In fact, because it's something so substantial in their lives, these kids don't have the opportunity to go to school. They don't have the opportunity to worship in church with their families. They don't have the opportunity to dream a bigger dream, right? So because of that, they are, in turn, kind of stuck in this cycle of poverty. So what do they have to do? They have to do what their parents did when they were kids, which was I have to go to the river or the spring or the well, collect water, bring it back to my family. My family is now sick, diarrhea, dysentery, like you name it, like they're sick. So they don't feel all that great, and a lot of times don't even have the means to go to school. We're also learning this: the families that most of the families, not only do they lack clean water, they lack the ability to access food. So, but if you were given the choice between food or water, most of the time you will choose water. Believe it or not, you have to, right? So the folks that, the families, the folks that can actually pay for food will actually pay for water. So if they do have any means to do any purchasing like that, they'll err on the side of water.
So you help with that, but you have to find a way to finance that,
right,
without begging for dollars.
Right.
So you open up a company called ROK Water.
ROK Water.
What is ROK Water?
So ROK Water is an Italian ice, a little Italian ice shop that me and my partner Kevin Harrigan opened together. And Kevin and I both, we just have this heart for not only what we're doing with our water projects, but if anyone out there knows what it takes to lead a nonprofit, our nonprofit's called go.build.love. You can learn all about us on go.build.love.org and all the things that we're doing and where we're doing it and how we do it. But anybody that's in that world knows that raising funds and asking for money is just exhausting. Yeah, it's exhausting, right? And so we had this idea, like, what if we could create something here that people would love to be a part of, that would in turn help fund our mission. And Kevin and I went back and forth with all these different ideas, and we came up with this Italian ice shop. And what we do is we actually make our own Italian ice. We make it right in the shop every single day. And it's been so great. We opened last January, and it has been so incredible to see people come in, right? We expose them to our story, what we're about. And then people get to try this amazing homemade fresh dessert that is second to none in our region. So we're excited about it.
Okay, so here's my thing. I mean, you're talking about frozen ice. So I buy a frozen ice. How, out of that frozen ice that I buy, what kind of water is someone going to get?
Yeah, so the way that we have it set up is for every Italian ice that we sell, we're actually able to give a family in the developing world clean water for an entire month.
Wow.
So the way that we do that and how we do that, and we prove that we do that, is through this tiny little filter. So this filter is, the way that it works is it's a hollow membrane filter. We connect it to a bucket. It's a gravity-fed system, and a family, provided that they take care of it, this little thing will last 20 years.
Really?
This little thing will last 20 years. As long as the family takes care of it, it'll last 20 years. So what we do on the mission side is when we distribute these, and we will only distribute these into villages that we know we can give every household one of these. So that's the only way that we'll do it. And then when we do the distribution, we do a couple other things. We make sure that they have an anti-parasitic medicine that expedites their health. And then from that, we give them a Bible. We share the gospel with them. And we make sure that they are good. And here's the thing. When someone gives to the mission for one of our filters, we actually are able to send them proof of what we do, because we'll send them the GPS location and a photo of the family that received the filter that the family sponsored.
Okay, do you go there and build this gravity-fed thing and set it up for them?
We purchase, we bring these to Haiti, Uganda, all over the place with us, and then we invite the entire community into one place. Typically, it'll be a church under a mango tree or whatever. And we show them how the filter works. We ensure that they understand how to clean it, how to care for it, and then we give them their medicine, and then we send them on their way. And then what we do over the next 12 months is we'll go back and we'll follow up on that filter to make sure that it's working, that they're using it. And here's the crazy thing, is that when we collect all the data on this. So every time we meet a family, we have an app that a software program that we actually collect all the data in, so their names, the GPS location, we take a photo, we ask them questions like, hey, since you got the filter, how's your health improved? And over 95% of the time, their health is drastically improved.
I mean, you can't dispute what the facts are. The facts is our bodies are made of water, and we need that. And we take things for granted, and we are spoiled, blessed, but we're spoiled.
Yeah.
I have my mom, who's 89. I took her out of assisted living and brought her home. If she doesn't drink enough, she gets dehydrated.
Yeah.
And when you get dehydrated, it affects your brain. So she's mean, nasty. She won't eat. Give her 2 glasses of water, and she comes almost back to life.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? You guys think food is important? This is gold compared to plastic that food is.
Yeah.
And if you can't get this, okay, and they're drinking it warm, hot, okay?
Dirty.
You know, so you got to understand the blessings that rock and water does, and take this I mean it as it comes out. You found the simplest way to do it so that you can reach the most amount of people.
Yeah.
Okay? Instead of saying, hey, we got to put in a well, and we got to put in a filter system, and we got to do this, and it's $46,000, okay? For $46,000, how many villages can you help?
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's an issue of keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Okay? Which we firmly believe in. And where did this filter come from? I mean, who designed this?
So we partner with a company based out in the Tampa area called Sawyer.
Right.
And they have several. They're an outdoor camping type company.
Okay.
And they built a filter that was really made for, people who are out in the, the woods camping.
Hey, I'm ready to go off the grid. I need this.
Yeah, they just want to make sure that they have, that they don't run into a situation where they need clean water. And what Sawyer ended up finding out is like they kind of had something really good. The technology that they use for their filter is the same technology that is used for kidney dialysis.
Oh, wow.
And that's why it can last so long. So the question I always get all the time is, well, how come I got to change the filter in my refrigerator like every 3 to 6 months? Well, it's like, part is...
You beat me to that question.
Yeah, so nobody cleans it, right? We don't clean it. There's not a way to clean it. And of course, the appliance companies want you to buy another one. But that's not what we're looking to do. And so we say that the filter costs a total of $50. That's for the filter, that's the bucket, that's a Bible, that's the anti-parasitic medicine, and that is the cost for us to go and follow up with those folks over the course of the next year. So for $50, you can give an entire family clean water for 20 years.
Wow.
And so we're super excited about, this. And here's the thing. This is what we're learning. This is what I'm finding out. Simply investing in clean water, just clean water. We do other things. We do building projects. We build churches, schools, clinics. We do a number of other things. But simply investing in clean water, and if we did nothing else alone, just clean water, not only does it help fight poverty, it literally will save lives.
Oh, without a doubt.
Literally saves lives. So when we came up with the idea for the Italian Ice Shop, we were like, oh, this is a great opportunity for people to come. We've created a platform for people to come hear our story. And our shop is, super chill. It's, islandy, laid back. We got games on the tables, and people love to just kind of come and hang out and enjoy some of the best frozen treats we believe on the planet.
So, ironically, you have a frozen ice store.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you turn it back to its very basics, you have frozen water. So it goes full circle because you're giving people clean water with flavor and ice so that people who can't get clean water will be able to get clean water.
Yeah.
How much of a perfect circle does it get? All right. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
Actually, we've run out of time, but there's a couple questions I want to ask you about. What flavors do you carry?
So we have about 60 flavors total.
Okay.
When we rotate several of those month to month, but our top flavors is lemon, cotton candy, which is my personal favorite. We have mad mango.
Keep going.
Blue raspberry. Some of the new flavors that we've got right now are purple cow. which is something that we learned about from some folks up north. Grape, like just there's like the list goes on and on. You could check out our website to see
Chocolate?
Chocolate, yeah, of course,
okay,
chocolate.
then
yeah.
I have a reason to go.
Yeah, chocolate, double stuffed Oreo.
I'm sitting there waiting for chocolate. I'm a very simple kind of guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, you talk about how chill your place is.
Yeah.
That's me. No socks. If I could walk around with no shoes,
Yeah,
I'm
here.
a parrot head.
Same here.
Okay, very simple. I don't have to drive a fancy car. I get a better feeling of taking the money that I would spend on a fancy car, driving my Kia, and taking that money and bringing kids to see a show, or helping others.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, and I don't have to post pictures of my vet, okay, because I don't have one. Because from my house to here, if we left at the same time and you were in your vet and I was in my Kia, I'd get here at the same exact time as you.
Yeah.
And when we go to a big event where this parking is crazy, and I park my car, I go to the event and enjoy the event. You park your car and worry that it's going to get scratched every 5 minutes.
Right.
I don't have to do that.
That's right.
Okay? I live the simple life. So now I'm excited to come by and see your shop.
Yeah.
Where's your shop located?
So we're located in the Publix Plaza in Becker, off of Becker Road in the Turnpike. So right in the corner there. Bonefish Max is on one end. Kyle's G's Oak and Ember is on the other end. We're kind of like right in the middle. But yeah, like I said, it's a chill place. We're open every day. Open every day at 1 o'clock. We're open late. And
What's late?
What's that?
What's late?
Well, 9 o'clock. We're open till 9.
Oh, that's really late for me.
Yeah, right?
Okay, this age,
yeah,
7
right.
o'clock is better.
That's right.
I wake up again at 9 just because I have to go to the bathroom 14 times. Okay, so let me ask you this. What's the future? Are you going to open more?
Yeah, so we're actually in the process of franchising ROK WTR.
Cool.
So hopefully by the end of summer, we'll be able to start selling our franchises and start to see those pop up all over our region and the state and beyond. So that's kind of the dream. And again, like the hope is that the more of these that pop up, the more that these open, the more folks can get clean water.
Cool. You have a website?
We do. So rockandwater.com, ROKandWTR.com is our
we got to give out the 501c3 website.
Yeah, the website is go.build.love.org.
I got to tell you guys, it's our responsibility to give back, okay? It can't just be about us, because when we go, there's no legacy, there's nothing left.
That's right.
You're gone. Seth, thank you
for
coming on.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody check them out, and we'll be right back.